Welcome to another ServerJockey development update. In this video, I will show the new UPnP feature. UPnP means Universal Plug and Play. It's a standardized protocol for interacting with devices on a local network. More commonly associated with DLNA media streaming servers, UPnP is also used to control Internet gateway devices, often called a router or modem. So for game servers, the useful service available is port mapping. For people to connect over the internet to your game server on your local network, the Internet gateway device needs to know which computer to route data received at a given port. This is done with port mapping, and this new feature will automatically do this for you using UPnP. So all of the supported game servers have this feature. The exception is Project Zomboid because it already has a UPnP feature built into the game server itself. So to demonstrate, we will use Factorio. So the game server is already installed and ready to be used. In the configuration, and this will be for all of the game server types that now support UPnP, in the first configuration, there'll be a configuration called command line args or maybe launch options. And at the bottom you should see the UPnP configurations. So for Factorio, there's the main server port. So by default, UPnP will be used to open that port. There's also the Archon port by default that won't be open, but you can change that to true. For the demonstration, I'll enable UPnP for that as well and save. Now we'll start the server. So it's now started and the port mapping should be done. I have a application here which also uses UPnP, which can show me all the mappings on the Internet gateway device. So I will just refresh. And now we can see the two ports that have been automatically opened, the Factorio server, which is UDP protocol, and the Archon port, which is TCP protocol. And that's the local IP of this machine. So now, again, just to demonstrate, I'll go back to the configuration. I'll turn the Archon port UPnP off, save that, restart the server. And now once the server is back up and started, we should find that, I'll refresh this again, only the Factorio server port is open. The Archon port is closed. And the port closure happens when it restarts to avoid spamming the Internet gateway opening and closing every time you restart the server. So once the server is restarted, if there was not a request to open up a port, it's then removed from the router port mappings. So that's basically it. If I just stop the server, and if I go back here, refresh, we see that it's still there. I will shut the ServerJockey system now, and that will remove any port mappings. So I'll use the command line client, just shut down the ServerJockey system. And the web app is complaining because the server is down. And if I go back to the UPnP app, if I refresh, we can now see the port mapping is gone now. So that's it, a very useful feature for ServerJockey since the system is intended to make hosting game servers on your local network a lot easier.